Beautiful Whitney in downtown Detroit. The key word is Whitney. 248-398-9279 is her house phone. Text us keyword Whitney. We'll send you a link back. You can read this lady.
There's a lot to it.
I actually put the whole post, the Google review, the 1-star review of the Whitney over the weekend.
Yeah.
The whole thing's up there if you want to read it. You're right, Donnie. It's a lot.
I feel like she kind of, don't sweat the little stuff is not a memo that this lady got.
No. So she goes by the name, is it Piano Demon? Come on in, Jenny. We're talking about this. Come on in. So goes by the name Piano Demon on social media. That's her playing. The Piano Demon. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So there she is, the lovely Piano Demon, playing. And here's what happened. In a nutshell. Look at me, I'm in a nutshell. She went with her husband for their anniversary at the Whitney, as many people in the Motor City are wont to do. It's an absolutely stunning place to go. They have a wonderful dinner. She being a classically trained piano player before, there's a guy, Joel, right?
Joel, yes,
Yeah,
Joel's the
Joel.
piano.
Joel plays
player.
piano at the Whitney, and she went over and stood by him. He didn't invite her to sit down on the stool next to the piano.
No.
How can you? You
Right.
can't lose control. Like, that's your job.
So she stood there, and he apparently let her play a little bit of the piano, reach down and hit a couple keys and stuff. Okay, fine. She goes back to her table, crushing dinner with her hubby, her very attractive husband. She says again,
very attractive.
keyword Whitney. There's a lot of details. There's you can make a meal out of this thing,
But not the bread, because
no.
that also gets mentioned.
Again, there's so much that she mentions in here. So she all of a sudden is compelled to get up and go play the piano.
So Joel has finished up his piano thing. He shuts the top of the keys. Sorry, I don't know the proper term for that.
Sure.
But anyway,
just close it.
and she thinks he has left.
So she makes her way to the piano. And again, you'll read this. We're not clickbaiting you, but I don't know how else to share it. She makes her way to the piano, opens it up, decides she even tells somebody, what was it? Imagine Michigan or think about
She
Michigan.
was like, think about the beauty of Michigan when you play this. What?
Okay, I feel really bad because we don't know this person, but the way you read this, you're like, what the hell? There's so many what the hell moments.
Oh my God, the way she writes it.
So think about Michigan. And then she starts playing on the piano. Nobody asked her to.
No.
She just felt compelled because, she's the piano demon and she's a
Right.
classically trained pianist.
She's really good at playing the piano, so move over.
Yeah, put her on there.
We don't have the actual audio, but I imagine when Joel came up, it was something like this.
No.
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 No. No. No. Hell no. 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 I refuse. No.
Joel came over, told her to stop. I think he even closed the top of
Joel
the piano
was
again.
not happy. He
Yeah.
closed it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because
Said you're not an employee here.
Right.
This is my personal piano.
Yeah.
Well, we've all been.
Stop.
If I'm at Pine Knob and they're setting up between acts and a guitar's up there,
Oh
I'll
my
walk
God.
up on stage and grab a guitar and start
And
playing.
just start playing because
Yeah,
you're 35
Absolutely.
years
It's my
classically
right.
trained.
I paid for the
doesn't?
ticket.
Right?
So she gave them a 1-star review because of it. And it has become the number one thing on the Detroit Reddit. World of Isaac, if you follow him on Twitter at all, he's hilarious. He put a thing about it going, please tell me I'm not the only one that saw this over the weekend.
Well, she apparently wrapped it up by being like, remember what I told you, Joel, or something
that's
like
right.
that.
What was
Cursed
the
him.
line
No,
at the
she
end?
cursed him.
Well, she depends on your definition, because apparently I found Joel told this is third person, but Joel told his side of the story, and the lady was like, she cursed him as in she threw an F-bomb his way and then was on her merry way.
She said at
she
the
does
end of
not
it.
mention that in the
Go ahead.
review.
Yeah.
You've got it.
At the end of it, she says, I curse you, and I mean what I said to you, Joel, before I left the Whitney restaurant. I guess she cursed him there, too, then, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shame on you, Joel. Shame on you twice. The Whitney restaurant. This is not what Mr. Whitney would have wanted.
Oh, Mr. Whitney.
Know him personally, do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't
You're
that a-
right. Mr.
isn't that
Whitney
a
would
song-
not have wanted a random
Girl,
patron
yeah.
playing the piano.
Isn't that a song by Ozzy? No, it's Mr. Crowley. Never mind.
Dang it.
Do better. I will never return to your restaurant. I will advise all of my friends, and I have many in Detroit, to do the same. You've ruined my beautiful anniversary dinner, and because of Joel, I did not take a tour of the home, which I was desperately wanting to do. There's so much to this.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
wanted to take the tour, you should have taken the tour. You did it to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, she had a crowd standing around her, allegedly. They were all digging her music, and then Mr.
Right.
Big Bad Joel had to come along and shut
Imagining
it down.
Michigan. Yeah.
Everyone in there was imagining Michigan.
So I also put up one of the, and if you notice the number of AI-generated memes,
Oh, dude.
I
yeah.
put one of them, and it's just an angry guy leaning over the piano staring at a woman. She's smiling back at you. The Reddit moderator had to shut it down. There were so many memes on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It just
many.
became chaos. Are we being unfair
I
to
think
Piano Demon?
I think we
because
are
of this?
because she felt drawn to the piano, she said, and you can't really help
In
that.
a way she cannot explain.
Exactly, so you cannot help that.
Right.
See, you're throwing shade at her just with that.
The way she typed it out was so beyond magical. I was like, this is like a dramatic monologue from a movie. I was like, she should like be hired. For
Yeah.
something.
I would agree with the
She's a
dramatic
good
monologue part, for sure. Well, I don't like dogpiling on people, and this lady clearly is not having the easiest time getting through her days right now.
No.
But come on, sister, like just stop. Have
It's
a
a lot.
reality check.
It's a hell of a, and whoever found it first, congratulations, because they
Yeah.
found that on that, what they were doing on the Whitney looking for reviews before they went there. I don't know. But coming up next, it's funny you mentioned that when you read the entire thing, keyword Whitney again, we'll text it to you, 248-398-9279. It reads like a story. It
It's
reads
so
like
beautiful.
something, a spoken word, the kind of thing that, seriously, man, it would be, you're in Midtown Detroit at a coffee shop, at
No,
at
literally.
Khabib, sitting there drinking some, beautiful coffee while someone's poetry.
You've gotten away from the moment, though.
What do you
And
mean?
you've had time. So she sat down after this moment had happened and wrote it out, including, I curse you, Joel,
She
for
wrote,
eternity.
she
you
wrote a song.
Son of a biscuit.
Coming up next, we took this and shaped it into a song. You two are the only two who have heard
We,
this.
Not we.
Yeah.
Now
you.
everyone's going to hear it next.
That's you.
This is what I spent. I
this-
spent as much time on this song as she did on a review. You're going to hear the Whitney review in song next.
Ay.
Over the weekend, a lady went in there for her anniversary dinner and decided to play the piano. And that's not the story. The story is the Google review she wrote of 1 star for the Whitney in Detroit
Not
has-
because of the food.
because of Joel, the piano player.
Yes.
Have we confirmed that it is or is not Joel Morgan from CSX?
It is not Joel
Are we
Morgan.
sure?
Reasonably.
Were
You never know. Joel's very talented.
Were you with Joel over the weekend?
I was not.
Okay, so as far as we know, it could have been Joel Morgan,
It could have been.
right? So you'll see the whole thing, keyword Whitney. But she wrote 500 words,
Probably.
easy.
Well, he did wreck her anniversary, so she was going to take a tour of the Whitney, and then she didn't, and it's all Joel the pianist's fault.
Because she went over and sat at the piano and started playing, and he came over and told her no, and shut the lid, just
He
cut
said,
her
"Please
off.
stop."
Please stop. And yeah,
It was his private piano. He's the one who is being paid by the Whitney to play the piano, and she is a miscellaneous person who's come there for dinner.
But she's whoa.
She's from Ohio. I
And
just
she-
found that out. She's from Ohio.
See, okay, we're the whole time we've been
Pulling the
trying.
Ohio
We've
card.
been desperately trying not to trash this person. I've been trying so hard to be above board of this, and
No,
it's
then
really
I
hard
found
to
out
do.
she's
No,
from
let's have fun
Ohio,
with it.
so-
Keyword is Whitney. 248-398-9279 is her house phone. You text us the keyword Whitney. We'll send it right back to you. You put it up on the CSX Facebook page as well.
Yes.
Oh, this will get aggressive on there in a hurry.
So can we talk about the AI song?
Oh, we're gonna play it in a
Your
second.
problem.
Yeah. So wanted to share this with
addiction.
you guys.
It really is. We're going to have an intervention, Jenny.
Yeah.
Jim has an AI addiction for those of
Damn
you
right.
who weren't aware.
So don't have to tell people that. Maybe they think that I can sing in a women's voice when I'm at the Legion on Friday nights. So I've done a couple songs here using AI. One of them was about you French kissing a dog. That was the
Yeah.
first one.
Yep.
I
when we
can't
did that.
even begin to tell
Yeah.
you how much I would love that.
So what we did was we took Piano Demon's review, put it into AI, and said, create a song out of this. Here we go. It's Big Jim's house at CSX. A song for the Whitney.
I had a wonderful dinner at the Whitney tonight, but I will never go back. The mansion was stunning, but I immediately disliked Joel, the pianist. Despite this, I softened when he invited me to play with him, since I'm a classically trained pianist.
Second verse.
We shared a nice moment, but he didn't offer me the piano bench. And I now see why he's an extreme narcissist. After our $400 anniversary dinner, I felt drawn to the piano again and began playing a beautiful piece, gathering a crowd. Joel then appeared, shut the piano, and scolded me for playing his personal instrument. It was a humiliating experience. I'll never return, and I'll make sure my friends know.
There you go. Two. Everybody known as Whitney's song. A beautiful song about the Whitney. That is actual, her real review, the 1-star review that she wrote. We took just part of that and turned it into a song.
I feel like as a person who is not a classically trained pianist, I'm always like, man, I wish I knew how to play the piano. But if you're going to announce it wherever you go, then I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with not playing the piano.
Okay.
It's a requirement to say it wherever we go.
Classically trained pianist.
For 35 years.
Doctor of piano.
Well, it's fine there. When she announces it like at a funeral, it gets weird.
And you're going to call Joel out for being an extreme narcissist? You get back to Ohio, lady, where you belong.
And Joel Morgan, stick with City of the Week, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Roads this morning to Ohio are open, Piano Demon.
All right. Angry workforce traffic. Here's Donnie.
94 eastbound at 9 Mile. The road is closed. We're talking about the right lane. That is only closed, though, until noon today. That is what my intel is saying. 75 northbound at Outer Drive. Construction has the right lane closed. Slow from Dixie Highway, but that is scheduled to wrap up on Monday. Traffic brought to you by Hoover Electric. When you want it done right, call Hoover. I'm Danielle Flynn with your WCSX Workforce Traffic Piano Demon.
There you go. Someone's got to do some more work for that. Keyword Whitney, by the way, if you want to see that. 15, not that face, the actual story. 15 minutes from now, we'll get you the first keyword, Big Jim's house money. You can win $1,000. After that, Battle of the Burbs Wednesday. And after that, some friends from the Detroit Zoo are coming over. If you want to get out of the house on Friday night.
Good times.
And I swear, if Piano Demon is in one of the cages there at the Detroit Zoo, greatest week ever.
I will be playing the piano at the Detroit Zoo this weekend if anybody would like to join me.
See, there's an organ joke, but I'm going to keep it clean. House money, nice.